Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If you struggle with illustrating white lace, you're in the right place. I'll show you how I draw layers of white lace in my fashion drawings. If this is your first time watching my videos, I'm Michaela and you're watching Fashion ARTventures. Please make sure that you subscribe because I'm posting a new video every single Thursday and they're awesome! First of all, this is the tea gown from the movie Titanic. The first time Jack and Rose see each other, Rose is wearing that beautiful tea gown. Drawing white lace over a fabric in a different color is easier than you think. The key is to build up rich in contrast, highlights, midtones and shadows. Then apply the lace in white opaque ink or paint. If you have a good base, the white lace will really stand out against the background. Since the dress is in a moss green silk and reflects golden tones, I started off with a layer of pale yellow for the highlights. My idea was to build up the color of the dress by working from light to dark. Once the layer was dry, I tried to use that same yellow tone to blend in the green. I brushed some of the green ink on a plastic surface and picked it up with the tip of my yellow marker. While coloring, the yellow ink pushed the green ink out of the tip and created a gradient application. At least that was what I hoped for, but I didn't like the effect. Probably because of the quality of the paper, the shadows seemed a bit blotchy and uneven. Therefore, I changed my approach. This time I applied the deep green shadows in a bold manner and added some gray-green colored pencil where the midtones should be. As a result, I created an oily surface which helped a lot with the blending of the colors. Now I just had to repeat the previous technique with a yellow marker. The softening of any harsh edges in the shadows was much easier this way. Be aware that you might permanently stain the tip of your marker because of the oily pencil. The sunlight is coming from the left, so most of the shadows on the figure and the dress are going to be on the right side. I like to make the shadow slightly darker if the fabric allows it, because I'm going to work with opaque white on top of it. The contrast between both layers is going to be great afterwards and the depth of the shadows will show through the lace. Once the shading was over, I went on with the lace. First of all, I wanted to add a structure similar to net fabric. I placed a piece of rough sandpaper under my sheet and went over the dress with a relatively soft white pencil. If the paper is too thick, the sandpaper too fine, or the pencil too soft, this technique will not work. The texture will not show through. On my channel you'll find more designs from my series on Rose's gowns. If you want to check out my other fashion sketches, I'll post links to the videos in the description. For the lace, I used pure white acrylic paint because of its opacity. The tools you can apply it with are thin brushes or dotting tools for the fine embroideries. The lace at the edge of each layer has a paisley pattern. Moving upwards, the embroidery becomes finer, smaller and with a floral structure. This illustration was the most time consuming of all Titanic gowns because of the details on the lace. I'm not going to explain in detail how I made the sash and the hat. I used red marker for the sash and black for the hat. For all details on both accessories I applied acrylic paint in bright red, green and yellow. If you're interested in how I ran the white sheer layers over white fabric, check out my video on Rose's Heaven dress from last week. It features embellished layers of white net over white silk, and I'll post a link to the video in the description box. To be honest, the thick gown was my favorite Titanic gown to draw because of the colors. And maybe the swim gown is also one of my favorites. It's going to be my last illustration on Titanic dresses and it's coming up next week. Don't forget to tune in for my last Titanic tutorial. And now I want to know, what do you think? Will you dare to try yourself on a similar detailed illustration? Please let me know in the comments below. If this video was some kind of helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next Thursday. Bye.